Hi guys, so I know it's been a while. I don't know how long. I haven't posted anything. I'm gonna turn off my light. Give me a second. And okay, so it's been a while. Okay, it's been a while, and because I started school, so I have to focus on school, and then I have to. So it's like the weekend. It's Saturday, almost Sunday. So, and I'm gonna go somewhere tomorrow. So like, yeah. So I'm gonna do a Shanks X Sun listener. Shanks from One Piece, and like this is angst. This is angsty, and I started crying. So I was like typing this out, and I'm like, why do I have to make this sad? Because I haven't made anything sad yet. So basically it's where so I didn't mean for it to turn like the Titanic, but like it just ended up, and I'm not changing it. So yeah. So if you're like, that happened to the Titanic, I know it's just, I'm tired. I've been making this all day, so like I fucking finished it. So in this one, Kenji, that's the name of Shanks's son, not canon. This is just made up, but I named him Kenji because I wanted to give him a name. So yeah, this is where Luffy is not involved. It's basically like a time where Luffy wasn't even conceived. So this is gonna have like I don't know what trigger warnings, but I'm gonna do like any trigger warning. I think there's some trigger warnings, and I'm gonna do like another one today with Sanji or Hawks or Shigaraki or Dabi, because I have one. I've been making scripts, well, not scripts, but like stories like all day, and I have a lot of them with like Overhaul's daughter, Overhaul's son, anything. Like, oh my god, it's amazing. And like with Gojo, oh god. So this is gonna be my first One Piece, so I'm gonna have like playlists. So there's gonna be like MHA, One Piece, blah blah. So the next one, I believe it's gonna be either Zoro or Sanji, and I hope this does good, because if it doesn't, I'm going to cry, because not literally, but I've spent like hours making the story myself. So yeah. Oh shit, sorry, I'm trying to find the story again, and then I made it's on Google Docs, and I'm like, ugh. And I made a little editor's note in like in the middle of it, so if I say something, it's because I'm reading it. So okay, I haven't done this in a while, I'm sorry. Who would have expected one of the four emperors, red-haired Shanks, to have a child? Living in the age of the pirates, everything dreamt of was possible. As he was drinking and going around as usual, his beloved son, that he raised by himself, and as he was drinking and going around as usual, his beloved son, that he raised by himself and the crew ever since you were an infant, approached him. Shanks's attention fixated on you as his signature grin widens on his lit-up face. Ah, if it isn't Kenji, come sit with your old man. Oh my god! I can't do his voice. I forgot how his voice was. My Kenji, look at you now. My Kenji, look at you now, my boy. You're looking rather fine. Come, sit. A 6-year-old boy climbed up onto the seat beside Shanks. He pulls you onto his lap, playing with your hair. Like, this is not sexual as well. You know how, like, fathers or mothers put their child on their knee and then start, like, bouncing them up and down. Yeah, my mother did that. So this is not sexual. I'm also reading this off of my phone. So, like, yeah, I cannot do his voice as well. He pulled you onto his lap, playing with your hair and making the small child lean on his chest. His warm, strong hands supporting you and making you safe. Oh, I don't want to do the child, but I'm not gonna do this. If I pause, it's because you're talking, but I'm not gonna talk for Ryan anymore. So do I, my boy. I'm glad you're enjoying it, like the ocean, like enjoying the ocean. He gives you a warm smile to reassure you of your safety. Tell me, Kenji, what would you like to be when you grow up? A great pirate like me? Shanks laughed at your answer. I see, just like your old man, Kenji. I hope you know what you're getting into. It's a tough world out there. But don't worry, you'll have me to guide you and protect you. He kissed your temple. Like, I don't know what your temple is. I think it's your forehead or, like, in the middle of your nose. But, again, not sexual. Shanks chuckled. Well, that depends on how you spend your childhood. I'd like to see you all grown up soon. Perhaps when you're 13. How about this? Let's make a promise. If you study hard and behave well, I'll give you a special surprise when you turn 13. He laughs. It will go faster than you know, my boy. Before you know it, you'll be the same age as I am now. He strokes her hair. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Let's worry about your childhood first. He raised his eyebrow in amusement. Well, I can't do anything about that, my boy. We all age eventually. But why do you think I'm old? Waiting. My, you got me there. He looked surprised as he touched a strand of his hair and inspects its colors, then laughs. I don't mind, though. It's a sign of wisdom, my boy. He chuckles and gives you a small hug. You're just teasing me. Yes, wisdom. That's something you develop when you get older. You learn about life, the experiences you lived through, the people you've met. It all adds to your wisdom. Something that a young buck like you lacks at the moment. But that's all a part of growing up, Kenji. Growing, living, and learning. He chuckles as he runs his fingers through your hair. That won't happen, my boy, but you'll learn to love growing up. Don't worry. He laughs again, finding you adorable. But I have to say, I like you having. Wait, what? But I like having you as my son, young and pure, just like how I was when I was your age. His eyebrows quickly shifts as his attention quickly shifts as his eyebrows curve towards concern. What's that? What's going on? So, like, it's like a crash. I'm like, Bucky, and like it's in the middle of the ocean. His eyes scan to the surroundings of the the ship, looking for any threats. The ship's bow starts to tilt as it starts to fill up with water. Shanks gets up from his seat to hold you close. Hold on tight, boy. We're in trouble. He grabs your arm and rushes out of the cabin, seeking for help as he shouts for the crewmen to help stop the tilt and repair the damage ASAP. There was crewmates rushing around, and some of them were panicking as it led as it led to you stumbling down the stairs, getting closer to the boat that was sinking. Shanks quickly rushed to your vicinity, seeing you fall down the stairs, and caught you before you could reach the water. Kenji, are you alright? Stay with me, boy. He runs to a spot high enough not to be flooded, and he places you down, scanning the surroundings for any emergency measures and supplies. Stay right here, alright? I'll be back. So this is where like the Titanic shit starts like doing it, but it was not intentional. It was unintentional. The ship starts to tilt vertical as I held onto Shanks's arm for dear life. So this is like time skip, like fucking dangling off the edge. Yeah. He holds your arm as you grab a hold of his arm, your small hands hugging his fingers. Hang on tighter, boy. Don't you dare let go of me. He looks back at the chaos that has happened on the ship, the crewmen working hard to slow the sinking and some others panicking. The ship continues to sink as it starts tilting vertically more vertically. So like it's basically vertical at this point. His grip tightens onto your small hand, noticing the vertical tilt of the ship. He picks you up while holding... Oh, wait, no. I can't read my own damn story. He holds on to you as you dangle off the edge. Hold on to me, Kenji. I will protect you. Don't worry. He looks towards the sea beneath you, seeing it get closer and closer, his grip tightening onto you. Your grip starts to loosen as you start falling. Your grip loosening almost made him lose you, but instinctively managed to stretch out his hand, his fingers latching onto yours. Kenji, don't you dare lose your grip on me. You hear me? He tries to pull you back onto the railing. He tries to pull you back onto the railing, and with a small prayer, as he looks at you, his eyes full of fear, they widen. Hold on for dear life, my boy. I trust you. Just a little bit longer. He grips onto you tightly. I will not lose you. You both start losing your grip on each other as you start falling, hitting your head on a piece of a metal. As you start to fall, hitting your head on a metal piece of the ship as you fall unconscious into the water. Shanks falls with you, screaming your name while falling down. So like he also fell. He hits his head on the same spot, losing his consciousness. So like time skip a few hours later. He wakes up, finding himself on a deck of a new ship. His head hurt from the fall, and his eyes widen in shock while panic fills him. Kenji! He looks around quickly, seeking you, his entire body shaking as he notices blood in the water and screams your name again. Kenji! He screamed your name again, his voice full of dread. Please be alright. Please be alright. His tears run down his eyes as he searches for you in the sea. In the sea. Finally, after a few minutes, he finds you. In his view, your unconscious body floating in the sea, with blood surrounding you and a big bruise on your forehead. Your body was face down in the water. So you know how like how you float face down, like you can't breathe and shit? Yeah. Your body was face down in the water, pale and cold. And this is an editor's note. I'm getting emotional writing this, and I was getting emotional. Ooh. Yeah, I'ma probably need at least fluff or anything for the next one. I wrote so many angst today. Oh my god. Tears streamed down his face as Shanks put you on his chest, your head on his palm, and his hands supporting your neck. He gently caresses your hair as he speaks, his voice full of grief and sorrow. Please wake up, boy, please wake up. I can't lose you. As he kept crying, the crewmen surrounded him, worried about you and Shanks. Captain, is the boy okay? Someone asked, while Shanks's back was facing him. He doesn't move, his eyes fixated on you, his face full of despair. So like, yeah, you know the rivalry between Buggy and Shanks, I think that is. I know about the rivalry. Oh shit, fucking hell. Sorry. So I think they have rivalry, but if they don't, I don't know. I stopped watching One Piece and I started watching it again because of the live action, but like I forgot everything about it, so don't come at me. Another crewman whispered to him, "It was Buggy. Buggy made the holes in the ship. Buggy made the ship sink. Buggy, that son of a..." He remembers the crewman's warning about Buggy earlier, but I should do a Buggy one. Oh, sorry, Sanji, then Buggy. I love Buggy. Finally, he accepts the reality that his son, his precious boy, is gone. A big cry of grief leaves his lips, followed by tears streaming down his face, all while still shaking you and holding you close. No, this can't be. No! He hugs you again. Just wake up. Do that for me, boy. I know you can hear my voice. A 6-year-old boy that was once filled with hope and dreams and energy was now gone. Forever. He holds you, shaking you a bit while he gently caresses your hair. He speaks to you in a whisper, but with a strong voice. I love you, my boy. I'm so sorry I can't go on anymore. Everything is over now that you're gone. Shanks breaks down into tears and closes his eyes, taking deep breaths while hugging you tightly. I'm sorry. Whew. Oh my god. Help me, Jesus. I can't do this. Okay, we're almost to the end. One of the crewmates puts my straw hat... What do you mean my? Bitch, what do you mean my? I'm sorry. One of the crewmates puts your straw hat on your face so that Shanks couldn't see the injuries on your face. The crew member who did that wanted to spare Shanks from the pain, wanted to spare Shanks the pain from that trauma, not letting him see his son's face filled with bruises. He places a straw hat on you to try to hide, places your straw hat on your face to try to hide those injuries. Shanks continued to hold you close, caressing your hair with his eyes closed while he tries to contain his tears. So like this is gonna I don't know what a water funeral is, but this is my depiction of it. I didn't do any research for this. It was like 7 a.m. and I was tired, but I was bored, so please don't come at me again. 2 of the crewmates takes your body away from him. He notices this and opens his eyes, looking around to see what's going on. He opens his eyes to see 2 of his crewmen carrying your body away from his grasp. What are you doing? Bring my boy back! He shouts as he goes to grab you again from the crewman's hands. The crewmates keep your body away from him as they didn't want him to be any more heartbroken. Give him back to me, damn it! You're only making things worse. He shouted again in a fury, not wanting this moment to continue, not wanting to accept that you were gone. The crewman tried to calm him down as Shanks' voice fills with anger and grief. A few crewmates put flowers into the strap of your straw hat before they put something heavy on your ankle, and slowly put you into the water as you start sinking, as it was a water funeral. Of course, it was an ocean, sea, whatever. Shanks sees your body finally being pushed into the water. What? What did I write? Oh, okay. Shanks sees your body finally being pushed into the water, tears flowing down his face as he stands there watching helplessly. He wanted to jump in and save you, but his grief, his sorrow kept him in place, as he couldn't do anything to prevent this from happening. He sees your hat with those flowers as it floats in the ocean. He takes one of those flowers and places it into his own hat as a way to remember you one last time. I'm sorry. He watches you sink and the water slowly covers you in its embrace as your body lies on the seafloor. Shanks stands at the deck of the ship, his eyes fixed at the sea, as his tears run down his face. He whispers something to himself before he speaks to you in a whisper. Farewell, my son. Oh my god. He then walks to the edge of the ship to look at the sea one last time. He takes off his hat and slowly lets go of it, just letting it be. Wait, what? What did I write? Oh, I know. He takes off his hat as a sign of respect, as his hair was carried by the wind, a sign that he was letting go. He was letting you go. After doing this, he sees... Oh, wait. Me? What? You? Oh my god, sorry. After doing this, a few crewmates saw Shanks kneeling down at the edge of the ship, his head down, still in grief. Sleep well, Kenji. Papa misses you. As Shanks' head was down, he takes a few deep breaths, trying to compose himself, his tears still streaming down his face. I miss you, my boy. You were too young to die. Shanks slowly gets up from his position, trying to stand despite his heavy heart. I still love you, boy. Oh. He looked out into the sea as memories of you flashed in his head, images of you during his training days and the small adventures you had with his crew. A life cut short by the cruel hands of fate. He looks down and his eyes... Oh my god. I swear I'm gonna cry again. He looks down to see the ocean. My boy, you know how you told me you loved the sea, right? My boy, you'll always be here. What the fuck did I do? You know what? My boy, you'll always be here with me. He smiled. Wait, you know how I told you I loved to be in... What? My boy, you know how I told you I love to be in the sea, right? My boy, you'll always be here. Oh, you'll always be here with me. He smiles as his eyes fills with tears once again. Shanks has a bunch of flashbacks. One flashback to where you were born, you were first born, and he was the first to lay eyes on you and hold you for the first time. So this was like when like someone, like the mother or your mother or whatever died in childbirth, so she couldn't hold you, so Shanks did. Yay. More death. I'm sorry. I'm trying to laugh because I'm crying right now. The flashback, so this is like the flashback of the day you were born, into Shanks, whatever. A flashback of you as a newborn and Shanks holding you in his arms as he first sees your face. His eyes are filled with joy as he holds you close, with his other arm supporting your head. He gave you a small kiss on your cheek. My boy, welcome to the world. The time where... What? Blah. Okay. Blah, blah. That was it. That's not it. So this is like a few years later. He's like a little bit older now, but like not old, but yeah. Another time skip. A few years after your death, Shanks was finally able to move on from all of the grief and guilt. He still remembers your face as he looks at the picture of you that he keeps on him. The picture of you with a big smile on your face as you hug him while you're both on a boat, the sun shining in the background as the wind blowing. My boy, you're still with me. One day we will be together again. Until that day comes, I will be here to protect you even in death. And so like another time skip. Shanks is still by the sea again as he looked older, with a more mature look on his face, still carrying the picture of you as like the picture fades, because like pictures fade. Still carrying you together. His smile faded and frowned slightly. My boy, I know a life without you has been hard. He keeps a few seconds of silence while looking at the sea. I will always miss your smile, your giggles, your presence, but I will never forget you. With tears running down his face, it hurts to come back, my boy. It hurts to remember you, but not being able to hold you in my arms again, as I used to. Sorry, I gotta take a break. But I'm here, and I haven't forgotten you. Sorry, I'm crying again, I'm crying. He stands there with the picture in his hands now, remembering your memories as he lets some of his tears drop. I will never forget you, my boy. You will always be inside my heart. A few years later, Shanks was on his deathbed as he was slowly dying from a sickness. With the years passing, Shanks becomes older, reaching his final years. His hair was white, and some wrinkles are also present. Oh my god, I'm dyslexic. I can't read this. Signifying his age. He also gets more sick, still holding on to your picture. Shanks's eyes are on it as he looks at the picture of you and him together. He's on his deathbed. His breath becomes more shallow as he coughs. A few drops of blood starts to form, falling out of his mouth. Oh my god. So like I believe in like ghosts and all that. So I put my belief in there. My belief of ghosts and shit. So like I believe when you're on your deathbed, you see a family member that died before you, and that means you're ready to like go on with them, like you're ready to die now, or you're almost about to die and they're coming to take you with them to heaven or the other side, basically. So basically that's it. He starts to see you at the end of the bed, bruises on your face as your body was still transparent. My boy, I missed you so much. Sorry if I sound like fucking something. I'm trying to keep myself from crying. My boy, I missed you so much. He tried to raise his hand to caress your hair, not being able to touch you due to you being transparent, be a ghost, breaks his heart, but he was still happy to see you. Are you here to take me away? Is it time for us to finally be together again? So, like, you were still 6 years old, since you died when you were 6. He smiles widely at your presence and your words before slowly laying back down in his bed. My boy, I have also been waiting for you. It's so lonely here without you by my side. A few more tears run down his face. It has been years since I heard your voice, your laughter, your presence. Your father missed you so much, my boy. His voice was weak as his body was very tired and weak at this point. A tear of joy slowly trickles down his face as he realizes what you're saying. My boy, you're right. I think it's time for me to go with you. I think it's time for us to be together again. Oh my god. Shanks slowly closes his eyes. His breathing becomes more still and slow. So this is like when he died and now he's like in the afterlife. This is what I believe in. Shanks feels your gentle tug at his arm as you led him to the bow of the ship. He looks at you with a smile, feeling happy to feel you there. Of course, my boy. He gently touches your cheek. Let's enjoy the sunset, shall we? And that's it. And I'm literally, tears are in my fucking eyes. So I'm gonna do a fluff one. I'm gonna do Sanji. I'm gonna do Sanji. I have to compose myself first. So that was sad. That was horrible. It was very sad, but a very good story. Well, a very good story for me. I don't know about you. I read it. If you want to read it, I'm gonna post it on Wattpad. But like, yeah. Bye bye.